Yuki, can you just talk us through what was happening in FP2 there? It seemed like you won at one with the car.
Sorry?
Can you just talk us through what happened in FP2 there? It seemed like you won in tune with the car, perhaps you were a bit lower down the standings than we'd expect.
Yeah, bit of learning, I guess. I mean, it's a bit different also set up between across the cars to kind of see how the performance looks like. There's also a little bit, I guess, with that as well, but also just this session was pretty messy with the overall, didn't able to put it all together. Also, there was a lot of miscommunication between our side of the garage in the radio, for example. I think that's the part of the learning process because it's still it's fifth session from the when I jumped in, but yeah, it was not obviously the finest session.
And so looking ahead to qualifying and to the race, how are you feeling?
I hope it'll be better. Have to be better than this. I'm sure we're gonna change a lot of things. And I mean, for now, I mean, it seems struggling, but at the same time, I know there are a lot more come from cleaner operations, everything. So that's kind of freed up time. So I'm still feeling optimistic, but yeah, it'll be hard for now to go through Q3.
Do you feel that from what you've seen from the data on both sides of the garage that the potential is there, it's just a case of putting it all together, or do you think that the car is not there?
Potential, well, it's hard to tell, but like I said, it's different setup between us, but I know inside my feeling there's a potential, but it's just hard to extract it. And like I said, I could have done much better with the places that lap time comes pre, which should make it much more smoother. We should make it much more smoother operation side, warm up. I don't know, the switches and everything was pretty messy overall today. So we just have to avoid this situation in the future. But yeah. Maybe me and Marudi have to go out tonight and build a relationship more.
Really good to see you out there on track today in a Red Bull of all cars. Just how good was it to get some experience on a track that at least you've got some experience on as well?
Yeah, that was huge experience from that session. Actually, I didn't do any mini laps with a maximum push because we had to do some aero test during the session from the beginning of the session. So I was trying to do my best job to the team without doing big mistake or some mistakes. So I think it was okay. And at the end I was starting to build up the pace, and unfortunately I didn't put a soft tire during the session, but still I was able to have a quite good feedback from the car, and I was able to also get more confidence through the session more and more. So it was quite positive. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to chat to the engineers yet to kind of get a feel for how they thought you did, or whether or not you got all the learnings that you needed to for the rest of the team?
Basically, they are happy about the process with the aero test and the session itself. And also we discussed about my performance, pure performance, and it was actually my sector 3 was quite quick, even with the medium, so we were happy about that. But I had some mistakes in the push lap because it was only 3 or 4 push lap with a new tire, so it was difficult, but we are quite happy. Yeah.
What was the grip like out there? Because obviously it's very, very hot conditions, not unusual for Bahrain, but still it must have been quite tricky.
Yeah, it was quite tricky at the beginning because I felt that there was no grip for sure. Even I had a rake on the car, but I was not pushing to the maximum, but still I felt that the grip was really low, and it was affecting to my driving improvement because the car behavior was really, really difficult as well. I mean, it's not just peaky or not, but just there was no grip, so I had to be careful not to create like too much spin or stuff. So, but honestly, it was good running from my side as well, because with a low grip, driver has to do the job to adapt the car and also the grip itself and the tire. So it was good, yeah.
And in terms of your ambitions, just how important is it to be in this environment, to get these opportunities and to really put on a good showing?
I'm always preparing to be in the car whenever, And also I'm doing some sim for Red Bull Group, the Red Bull Racing and the V-Carb. And actually, I have done some tests in V-Carb before. And it was also good preparation to be ready anytime. So, and also I'm trying to prepare myself in the Super Formula as well. I'm fighting in the championship, so I think everything was going well to be ready to be in the car. Yeah.
So Ray, you finally got a chance to drive a Haas around an FP1 session. How did that go? 20 laps on the board.
Obviously not enough. Quite different from my experience from last week. The track temp was quite high, so really tricky session for me. To be honest, I didn't have time to completely adapt the car, so which was a shame, but still I had a good feeling in the car. I did some feedback to the team, so yeah, hopefully the car is going in a good way. So yeah, I have more session coming, so really prepare better.
Did you get through the entire program for the team?
Maybe a little bit behind at the end, but yeah, I completed most of the things, so happy for that.
And how different was this car to driving the Alpine last time out in Japan?
I think the track is different, so it's quite difficult to compare, but yeah, it's completely different car. I mean, in terms of lap time, it's quite similar, but the feeling is completely different. Different car, different per unit, so yeah, I need to adapt more, yeah.
And how have you generally settled into the team this weekend and just kind of working with everyone from the engineers to everyone else?
I think the experience in Abu Dhabi last year, pre-season test was helpful. I already knew the people, so I think I was settled down quite quickly, so no issue for me.
Max, just one session, but at least it was the representative one. How did you get to feel how did you get to grips with the car in these hot conditions?
Get to grips with the car, good one. No grip. Yeah, just difficult. Of course, took a few, like 1 lap, 2 laps to get into it, but I mean, still the gap was quite massive. So yeah, not entirely happy. Just struggling a lot with grip feeling in general. The balance wasn't too bad, but just off, and quite a bit of work to do. Also in the long run, we're just too slow basically. Every lap, and it was honestly not a lot of fun out there in the long run. So. Bit of drift practice there at the end as well.
It looked like you focused the whole session on the softs. Was that always the game plan, just to learn most about that tyre? Because I guess this is the one you need to learn more about.
It's just how we planned the run. From FP1 with Ayumu in the car, and then me in FP2, just to see how they would hold up.
And what do you make of the gap to the McLarens? Is that kind of where you think it is, or is everyone kind of?
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, so. We did a bit of a different approach to our Friday, so I think this gap is very big.